Well, it's Friday and Goddard Street, they promised it would be open. Yeah. As we can see, there's really great holes here. Nobody working on the holes. No sign of it opening as yet. Unless they have a quick mad half hour and do it. Well, this is just getting ridiculous. How long does it take to bloody fill that hole in? We'll see later in the day whether it opens up or not. I was just getting too stupid for words at the moment. Well, I did say in last week's video that they fixed the falling down grid on West Street and whether they've done Dunwoody Way. Well, I've just come to Dunwoody Way and lo and behold, they've actually bloody fixed it. Only taken a couple of months. They can now get around to fixing all the flooding down West Street. We've cracked it, but it's really like pulling his teeth. Something that should be fairly urgent, dangerous, takes some months to do. Well, surprise, surprise, Goddard Street's now open. What they've done is sneak in a bit of tarmac instead of cobbling it. They stuck in a bit of tarmac. So it was late, sort of, or very late Friday night that it was open. How long it lasts is another matter. They have sort of left it to last minute. There's some more down here where they've stuck a bit of tarmac in quickly. Not really cricket, is it? Again, further down where there was these holes, they've bodged it with a bit of tarmac as a last minute quick fix. Well, flag lane from last week, nothing's basically happened on the road. What they are now doing all the path. The road, we can see the grids are still proud. They need another, at least one layer. Well, they're redoing the path, which wasn't that bad in the first place, but nevertheless. You get a better view of this side. You can see how proud the grids are, how much it's got to go in. You get a better view of it's just stone down on the path at the moment, so presumably going to re-tarmac that the same as this side. So they are actually doing the path all the way up to the bridge. Heaven knows what they're doing here. I mean, a right bloody mess all the way up the street here. So whether this is put more cable in or something else. Right, we're by the Lyceum and the street art or whatever. The gentleman here is going to explain to us what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm a Phil and I'm part of Urban Canvas, and we're street artists. We travel around the country and the world doing street art, and this is a piece that we're doing for Crewe that we've called End of the Line, because virtually Crewe is the end of the line as far as the new railway is concerned. Anyway,
I thought you meant it was Crewe was knackered.
This is it. So we've done this line of art going on Lyceum Square here. We've got people involved to do it. We're using a design that complements all the other kind of works that are here in some way. So it's quite abstract design based work, where we change the colours and the patterns as we go along.
On the big screen's just showing what's coming soon to Crewe. And whether you can hear me above the row, because they've got the band in the old market hall. It's just interesting how anything else is going to work with a row like that going on. There's some exciting things coming. That looks like that's going to be a good show. On West Street last week reported how they were doing a little bit of roadworks, just doing a grid. That was a week ago. These barriers have not been removed. So why does this happen? Things for people to fall over. Over a week since they've done the repairs and been and gone and had the breakfast. Have a quick look at this wildlife garden by Aston, and it's really showing well now. Mostly yellow flowers and a few poppies and cornflowers, but it's certainly a good show. Again, it's the same. I'm going to say nobody on site, but there's one guy on his own moving diggers about, so whether he's just having joyrides or not, but perhaps it's preparing for others to arrive, but other than that there's nobody on site at all, apart from the usual crowd. Crane's not moved. There's just this one guy with his digger moving things about. Tried to get in touch with the site, but I'm getting no response at the moment, so I'm trying to find out what the hell's going on. Well, the Goddard ST site, just been speaking to the site manager. There's been a break-in over the weekend, some kids broke in. He's a new site manager, his first day on the job, and he gets broken into. So he's on about they might have to have a security guard. Well, who remembers in the old days, he used to have a night watchman. He had a little hut, and he had a brazier to keep him warm, and he was about 70 years old. Every site used to have one of them in the old days. For a change, I'm up Eddleston Road, and really test people's memory this time. This shop on the corner of Eddleston Road, going back 60 years, Jack Sharrett, who was a Hoover rep, set up a new business and used to do Hoovers and washing machines, the Hoover Keymatic. I bet none of you remember any of that. Here, of course, there's used to be the bike shop. That was around for many years. Another oldie was, is it Shirley and Strang, the vets? Yeah, the vets here and the one down West Street. That appears to have gone. Well, this is Francis Street, and going back many years, used to be at the bottom. Was it Crocodiles that did printing and what have you? It was the best paid job ever in Crewe, if I remember. They do all sorts of banking stuff and what have you. This on the corner used to be a dentist, going back many years, now an insurance company. It's amazing how things change. One thing Nanny Road's always been good for is solicitors. Why there's so many solicitors down Nantwich Road, I never know, but there's been solicitors down Nantwich Road for donkey's years, and still some going today. What many years ago used to be the Co-op is now Butters John B. And one of the oldest firms in Crewe must be John Pass. Because when I was a lad, he used to be going. It's the only place where you could get your watch set electronically. Even the old one, he used to put it on a little machine and it tick, and you could set it up exactly. So it's going back 60 bloody years, that is. Just looking at this alley back of Nantwich Road, this building here used to be Radio Electrical Development, RED. I used to work there, and they did battery repairs as well, Exide. And this shop on the corner was a lighting shop, and the guy had an E-type Jag. And he used to take this big E-type jag to pieces. And that's some feet. Just having a walk past Westminster Street Playground. This was going when I was a kid, but obviously it's changed a bit since then. Not been up here for a long time. But here's a good one. Can anybody remember this? On the corner up here, this corner house was a shop. I'm going back at least 60 years. And Wallace was the man that used to run it with his wife, who was my nanny 60 years ago. I can't remember her name. Anybody remember that shop and the name of the it's only a little woman that used to run it. Well, we're in Oak Street, and this is where the last week they got the planning permission for the new youth type centre with recording studios and very cheap and everything else. And talking to people, local companies, they say, yeah, very good, but where are you going to park? Unless it's a small building and it keeps one car park, it's going to be chaos. Well, it won't be operational until 2025, the magic 2025 anyway. Well, down High Street, the new beauty shop has taken over what was the old Chronicle office. And if you can get in close enough to give you the details, without my ugly mug, it's not actually open yet, but if you want to book an appointment, there's all the details for you. Opening Saturday the 1st of July, which was last week. Well, still putting the scaffolding on Delamere House, about halfway, perhaps a little bit more. Some scaffolding there. We have got new machinery arriving. Walking along the road. Well, at the moment, anything that's going on, it's just men sort of basically pottering about with proper builds, just not happening. This is Wednesday morning, I was having trouble getting in there. I've just had a word with one of the staff. To quote him, work will start on Monday. Well, they did say that 3-4 weeks ago, so we'll wait and see. But according to him, Monday morning. It's all very quiet on the Lyceum Square. There's not a lot happening. Putting up a new advert on the theatre. And this weekend is the big Pride event. You know, they've had a lot of trouble with people wrecking posters and pulling them down and one thing or another, but Pride event will definitely still be on this weekend. Should be a good event because they're doing the parade around town, and if we turn round, the pub's got all the flags out and everything ready. So if you go on Crewe Nub, he's got the latest what's happening with the event. But one thing we never ever get, do we, is we have things for kids, Pride, bands. Why don't they ever do anything for OAPs? Never ever do we get anything for OAPs. People have paid all their lives into the system, and we never have an event for OAPs. So Crewe Town Council or Cheshire East, get something for OAPs. So the new Huff and Puff and Market Street's now open, and this gentleman's going to tell us all about it.
Hi there, welcome to Huff and Puff in Crewe. This is the 10th shop in the Huff and Puff business. We're situated all around Cheshire, Derbyshire, Staffordshire and now down in the West Midlands. We are an official stockist of Inniken, Aspire and Adept. As you can see, we have beginner kits, such as pen kits for your starters or intermediate smokers. We can progress then onto pod kits, and we do also cater for the sub-owners in the town. We stock a wide range of coils. The prices are varied. If we didn't have that coil in stock for you today, we can get that from one of our other 9 shops. We also cater for all our smokers. We do not sell tobacco, but we do have all the smoking paraphernalia, so we have your papers, your filters, your tips, as well as other various items. We stock your sub-ohm juice, which is all nicotine free. We also have nicotine salts,